What's up, witches?
What's up?
I'm Linda.
And I'm John. And happy belated Beltane.
Yes.
Part 2. Well, not really part 2.
Not really part 2.
Take 2.
Take 2.
Because we did a recording last night on, well, it wasn't on, it was the day after Beltane, the 2nd.
Right.
But still kind of technically, I mean, anyway.
And it had nothing to do with Beltane.
No, it was just like up and coming, and that we will be doing a video on Beltane in the next, well, it was supposed to be tonight.
Yes, but within the next couple days.
Apparently our hard drive was full. It still said that it was recording. However, it wasn't saving it anywhere because the hard drive was full.
Yes.
So, what, like a 45-minute?
Oh, it was almost an hour.
Almost an hour.
Yeah.
Recording. We had a blast. It was a lot of fun. And I know you're sitting there going, okay, well, I wasn't there, so. But anyway, take 2. Life has been really busy
Yes.
these last week or two. Actually, all the time now, it seems like.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and we kind of, not that we necessarily forgot that it was one of the 8 Sabbats, the 8 holy days, high holy days of...
No, it just kind of snuck up on me.
Yeah.
It showed up a lot
Yeah.
sooner than I expected.
Yeah. Well, this whole year has been flying by. We're going to have to move soon.
Yeah,
And
people need to knock it off and
we
just let
need to
things
pack. And anyway, so there were a couple things we wanted to talk about tonight, other than the fact that, we will be posting a video about Beltane and the rituals and customs associated with that Gaelic High Holy Festival holiday. But there were a couple other things. Like, we did our very first event at the,
Yes.
what was it?
The Queen Creek Spring Carnival.
I thought you were going to say something else. Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah, and it went okay.
I think it went really well. Unfortunately, there were, out of 33 vendors that signed up for it, it's free for everybody, including the vendors.
Only 10 of us showed up.
See, I counted 12.
10,
But,
well,
anyway,
only a third of us
of
showed
them
up.
showed up. Which kind of sucked, but there were also, there were still 10 people there. Or
Right.
10 vendors
10 other
there.
vendors.
And then I would say probably, in all reality, at least double the number of just people.
Right.
Now, I could tell, though, that many of them were like your sisters that came to visit and walked around.
They were there for a specific
person or group.
or
Because they hung
right.
out there almost the
Right.
whole freaking day, other than going around and
making the rounds and checking out what else was there.
But it was cool. Couldn't sell anything because it was all free. Anything you had to give away.
Well, no, it's not even because it was a free event. It's because of the location of the event. It was held at a public park.
So they probably didn't. They probably got the space or reserved the space as a
Party or something.
non-profit type of thing.
Yeah. But we did have quite a few people stop by. They spun our wheel and won prizes.
Which you ordered one, right? For the
Yes.
instead of the homemade one
yes.
we used.
Yes.
It was cool. It worked. The kids loved it.
Yes.
And a lot of kids wish powder.
Yeah, that was the big winner.
That and success.
Well, yes.
Between adults and kids.
Yes,
the
between
two
adults
biggest
and,
were wish powder and
the success essential oil blend. Yeah, those were the 2 huge winners.
Right.
And I mean, I'm
I'm not surprised, especially
No.
the kids, because, I mean, Santa.
Yeah.
They still, many of them, I'm sure, because they were, I would say the oldest was maybe 12.
Yeah.
And then it went down from there. Majority were like 10 and under.
Right.
Or 8-ish and under.
And the one that really stuck out to me was...
the one that spun and won something and didn't want it?
No. Well, I mean, he kind of sticks out to me too. But there was one who spun and got a wish powder, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to give this to my sister.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of stuck out to me, because he's like, that would be really good for my sister.
Right. And the other one, it was a he.
Yeah.
One, I don't remember what it is that he won, but that was more, I think it was a bath thing.
It was something more adult-oriented.
Mom-oriented. And then he spun it again and got the wish powder, and he was so excited.
Yeah.
Like, super excited to get the wish powder. But anyway, that was really fun. We have the next event next Saturday.
Yes.
The 11th.
Yes, at the Mother Nature's Farm in Gilbert, Arizona. It is the Wildish Mama Market.
Wildish Mama Market.
Yes. Which,
Gotta love that.
considering the fact that it's happening Mother's Day weekend, is very
true.
appropriate.
True.
And that one we actually do get to sell stuff at, so I have been busy making the products.
We got some deodorant. What else are we taking?
We've got the bath salts. We have Harmony powder. We're going to have some more Wish powder. We are going to actually have tinctures
Nice.
this time.
Nice.
Ready to go.
Yeah, we have the jars for it.
Yes.
Jars. Yeah. Don't. Anyway.
And then we're also going to, the deodorant, and we're going to have some bath bombs too.
Oh.
Both for adults and kids.
Cool.
So we've got a
Hope
good
to see you
line of
guys
stuff.
there.
Yeah, if you're in the neighborhood, stop by.
Love to see and meet and greet. We also have the drawing that we've talked about it almost every day.
Yes, the drawing from the last event, we do
with
still need
the
to...
people that signed up for the
email list,
list, yes.
I still need to get that email
That
actually up and running.
it's not a what's the word?
Requirement?
No, well, yeah, that, but it's just when we have something going on or something we're doing. It's not like you're going to be getting...
No, you're not going to be getting spammed every day.
3, 4, 5, 6 emails a month.
It's going to be
whatever.
basically 1, maybe 2 emails a month.
Maybe.
With updates about upcoming events.
Or new products,
promotions,
that type
new
of
products, stuff like that. So, yeah.
And this drawing's going to be about what again? They get a free...
A complimentary initial consultation.
And a consultation, by the way, for whatever ailment or issue you're wanting to work on.
Yes.
With all the questions, it's like a couple of hour type of thing.
Yeah, it's
not just hey, fill this out like you're at the doctor's office. Fill this out, and we'll call you back in a minute.
No, we sit down for an hour or two and discuss medical history, health and wellness goals, everything you're going through right now, to
what you want to accomplish.
Right, what you want to accomplish. And then basically I do a little bit of research, and we sit down a few days later.
And do the other hour or whatever it takes.
And actually discuss some of the recommendations that I come up with to help you achieve those goals that you are wanting to accomplish.
I'm so proud of you. So yeah, and then there was also another thing, and at this point I know we're only probably like 15 fucking minutes into this, and I swear to God it was like 45 minutes last night, just because I want to make sure we don't forget anything. I think I had stated in our last Pantheon recording that we were going to do Indigenous.
Yes.
And leaving it like a blanket thing like that, because there's multiple indigenous
Right.
belief systems all over the world, obviously, but yeah, all the one. I mean, I'm still gonna do more, but like seriously, all of the information I have about various indigenous belief systems was written by the colonizers. It's not like they found the Dead Sea Scrolls in a cave somewhere. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's all, well, they believed in this and that and other creature, entities, whatever, but there's no details. There's nothing written. It's still handed down orally. Shush.
Well, and depending on which specific area you are looking at, some of those people still are.
Do it.
Yes.
Passing it down orally.
Yes.
I mean, the indigenous.
They still don't have a written.
The Aboriginals in Australia, that's a prime example, as are the indigenous of the U.S. I mean, I have a really good friend that works at my place of employment, and she's indigenous and she's Catholic. Her family is Catholic. And I even asked her on Columbus Day. I said, or was it Columbus Day? Or Thanksgiving? It was Thanksgiving. I said, do you guys celebrate? Because I almost said Happy Thanksgiving, knowing the history of fucking Thanksgiving, and really the real history.
Yes.
And she's like, well, yeah, because it's good freaking food. That's what I grew up with, and yeah, we celebrate Thanksgiving, but I know there are many that do not, and find it offensive to say Happy Columbus Day or Happy Thanksgiving.
Right.
But anyway, because Columbus was a murderer and a rapist, but...
And apparently he never stopped to ask for directions.
No, he didn't stop to ask for directions. He just happened to have an almanac and knew that there was going to be an eclipse. One of the things he did. And when the indigenous wouldn't give him food, he used the knowledge of the eclipse to trick them. If you don't give us any supplies, I'm going to blot out the sun. And it happened, and they freaked out. They gave him whatever the fuck he wanted. Anyway, yeah, I have my own. I support the indigenous 100%. Anyway, so that video, like I said, I'm still doing research on it, but other than there's a lot of pictures of cave drawings. There's a lot of stories of, like, in the Southwest, a tribe, I don't know if it was I think it was Navajo, but there was a race of giant redheads that they battled against for generations, and trapped them in a cave and started a fire and burned them out. Started a fire at the mouth of the cave and burned. I mean, there's stories like that, and then of course the cave drawings. Or rock cliff drawings. Lots of that. I mean, lots of info about that, but nothing definitive.
Right.
And it's almost like we'd have to actually talk to a shaman that's still... And I don't know any of those. But still going to research. My point is it may not be about the indigenous. We may go straight into the next one, which would be... We did Egyptian.
We did the Egyptian.
Not Hindu. That would be...
Because
that's going to take a lot of research.
I think the other one was the Japanese... Like the Asian...
Yes.
Pantheon.
Right.
Which...
Well, definitely the Chinese, because the Yellow Emperor and the...
and the dragon and all that. Yeah, I think that was supposed to come after the indigenous, but I mean, if we can't find anything, or
I mean, it's all oral,
right? But I mean,
And that's kind of, and as much as I'd like to make a joke about that, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I mean, that is,
Yes.
it's just not a whole lot of info out there. Unless you're part of that group. And obviously with my pale ass skin, I am not.
That doesn't mean anything.
I've not done the DNA.
Have you seen my cousin Isaac? Blonde hair, blue eyes.
I don't think so.
You've met him. You met him at my dad's funeral.
Well, I remember meeting the one that was a corrections officer and the other one that was a felon.
Yeah, well, the one that was the cop. That's Isaac.
He didn't have blonde hair.
Growing up, he had blonde hair.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
But, yeah.
That was interesting, too, by the way. I mean, let's be freaking real. Meeting her family for the very first time, and it wasn't a happy event.
No.
And meet two of her favorite cousins.
Who happen to be brothers.
One's a freaking cop, the other's a freaking felon. And,
I don't know if he's necessarily a felon, but he spent time in police custody.
Okay. Okay, but yeah, I kind of got the feeling that's... Anyway, so that was interesting. That was quite funny. And I'm glad there was beer there. Because that was a weird...
Well, and...
Because I forget, the conversation was about, I don't remember exactly what the conversation was about, but dude just threw it out like it was not, because I think I asked the one that had been arrested,
right?
Are you in law enforcement? Because your sisters are and were.
Right.
And I'm like, are you in law enforcement too?
And
he
laughed.
laughed.
Both were, and
yeah. He laughed. He said, no, but I've been in their custody. And then your other cousin said, well, yeah, I am. I'm like, what kind of family reunion was that? Like, when he got really, I mean, it just, there's all kinds of jokes that could be played. Did he have to arrest him?
Oh, probably not.
No, probably not. I'm just saying, like, at the moment, I'm rambling. Don't mind me.
Well, because if I recall correctly, yeah. So the one who has been in police custody is older than the one who was police.
Ah, so he could still use his older brother as his mentor or encouragement to do what he did, instead of going down one path. Taylor used that shit on me. Like, Anyway, I'm rambling again. Sorry, guys. There was something we talked about with is the whole apology for not doing a Beltane recording on time, because, you know, we work at a big box store, and, you know, I don't have to say this really, but life is fucking difficult right now with being able to pay bills and buy food.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I mean, we haven't done this in a while, but using bone-in ribeye as an example, like $10 to $13 per. Now it's like $25. The fuck? Like, I mean, eggs have balanced out a little bit. They got crazy there for a while.
Yeah.
It was like toilet paper during the pandemic. Like, what the fuck was that all about?
Well, because if I remember correctly, there was some sort of virus
the bird flu.
That was taking out the chickens.
Yeah, I think that was bullshit. They just culled it, but they found one that was sick and culled the whole fucking lot of them.
But yeah, that's something that, like, my customers and I, like, it'll come up at least a couple times a day that it seems like it happened overnight. Like,
pretty much.
1 week, and I always tell them, like, there was 1 week we went grocery shopping and it was $150, and then like 2 weeks later we went grocery shopping, bought the same
It
stuff,
was $333
and it was
or
like
some
$350.
shit. Right.
And it's like, wait, how did that happen?
Yeah. Yeah, $120 is 4 bags, 5 bags.
Yeah.
And not even like packed tightly
No.
bags.
No.
But yeah, anyway. We wanted to do this recording just to keep you guys abreast of the situation. No pun intended. Stop it.
I didn't say anything.
You gave me that side eye.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And we want to say we appreciate you guys. We love you.
Yes.
Hope your summer season, because that's what Beltane is basically celebrating, is the beginning or the first of summer.
What?
We talked about the new family member.
Yes.
Misty.
So
you guys know, if you watched the very first or one of the first,
we lost our cat Midnight.
Our kitty Midnight passed. Was sick, and we had to
let her go. On April 3rd, we brought home a new family member. She is not new to our family. She actually was my mom. She's new to him. But she was my mom and dad's cat. And one of my sisters was taking care of her ever since mom and dad passed.
Over a year now, right? 2 years.
It's been 2 years, yeah, a little bit over 2 years. And it got to be a bit too much for her, which is understandable. I mean,
especially if you're not really an animal person,
right? Or if
I'm not saying that I don't really know her that well, but if you've not had pets.
if you've not had pets, or if you're at that point in your life where you are just ready to not have another living being
dependent on you, yes.
It can be a bit much, and that's the stage that my sister is in, is that she's ready to not have any other living creatures depend on her. She's ready to be an empty nester, but she took on the care of this cat, and after 2 years it got to be a little bit too much for her. She was going to have her rehomed to a shelter that specializes in senior cats. We decided to take her in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know how vicious cats can be. Well, dogs too, but cats like to use their claws,
yes,
as well as their teeth, as opposed to dogs. But yeah, she's part of the family, and when you told me that, I was like, even a no-kill shelter,
right, has a time limit.
And at that point they will send the animal to another shelter. They'll have a certain amount of time there, and then they will be euthanized. And that is something that I have found to be, every one that I've researched, to be a documented fact. They're not going to keep an animal forever. There are a couple that do, but we're talking about 3 throughout the United States.
Right.
But anyway, so I didn't want that to happen to a member of the family, and I said, well, why don't we just take her?
Right.
And what was that look you gave me? You were like,
because
are you sure?
Well, because I had thought about offering to take her, but I wasn't sure how you would feel about it. And then, so when I told you about it, and you're like, we're taking her. You didn't even say, why don't we take her? You're like, we're taking her. It was like, are you sure about that? And you're like, yes. And you told me to call my sister, and your words exactly were, don't even ask her how she feels about it. Just tell her we're taking her.
Yes, I do recall saying something of that nature.
And so when I called her, and I went against his advice, and I said, how would you feel about us taking her? And he looks at me like, woman, what did I tell you? But my sister basically said, like, she heaved this huge sigh of relief, and she was like, yes, thank you, because I was wondering about that. I wanted to mention it, but wasn't sure how you would feel about it. And then when I mentioned it to our other sister, she was like, yes, thank you, because I was trying to figure out a way to make it work, and I couldn't.
There she is.
There's our pretty girl.
Hey, Misty.
Up.
Come here, baby.
Come here, baby girl.
Come here. Psst, psst. Right now, the whole world's watching, going, what the fuck? Let me see the cat. Oh, shut the fuck up. Come here, baby.
Come here, baby.
Psst, psst.
You want to go to him?
Well, if I get up to pick her up, she's going to run. She knows you more than me. Oh. Well, we could always do this.
Don't trap her. Don't make her feel scared.
Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Let's go. Get him.
Misty, come here, baby girl.
Come here, baby.
Come.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay.
I just want to introduce you to the
This
world.
is Misty.
This is Misty.
The first night was fucking terror. Okay. She's camera shy. She doesn't like being on the camera. We brought her in and well, I was at work when she picked her up, and she put her in our room because the other room, the one spare, it wasn't ready. It had a bunch of eBay shit in it because we sell stuff on eBay. So she needed to get it ready, so she put her in our room, and then when we went to get her, we had to fucking lift the bed up.
We had to lift the bed up. She darted into our bathroom.
And clawed you up, and then I made her put on a leather jacket and fucking the kitchen mitts.
The thickest oven mitts we have.
Yes, the oven mitts, thank you. And thank goodness you had them because
Yes.
she was fucking you up.
Mm-hmm.
Shit in the bathtub, the poor thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it was so... She was not
No.
happy. But it's only taken... I mean, it's taken about a month, but...
She comes to us now and begs for food. Like,
She's taken some chicken from me, like chicken that
out of our hand.
baked chicken, like
Yeah.
shreds of chicken breast. Takes food from that fucker
Yep.
because he eats hers, and then she'll go up on the perch. They've had a couple
They've had a couple
incidences.
spats
One
up
time
there.
when he was already up there and she jumped up and it was like, "Meh!" And then one time she was already up there and he jumped and it was like, "Meh!" It was. Yeah, I wish I would have seen them, but based on your description of them, that's a pretty accurate example of what happened, right?
Yeah.
But this is our new family member. You can
Yes.
barely,
You can barely see her.
barely. Oh. Okay, she's like, okay, I'm done. She's like, okay, I'm done.
Go up here. Go up here.
Go.
There you go.
She's like, fuck you, I'm going on the... Anyway, I think that almost wraps up everything we had talked about, even though it was much funnier and more
Lively.
natural
Yes.
before, because
Oh.
it was literally off the cuff, where now we're trying to think of everything we went over.
Yes, there was one other thing we did discuss, and it was at the end of the episode, or the end of the recording. We have a contest, a sweepstakes going on right now on our Instagram page.
Oh, yes. That was the very last thing.
Yes. There are 3 different prizes that can be
And
won.
here's more.
So second prize is a chakra stone set with a storage pouch.
Cool.
First prize is a mini witch kit, which is
Is that the altar kit?
yeah, that's the altar kit, which
Okay.
is inconspicuously hid inside an old first aid kit. And then
Has everything you need in it.
yes, to create magic on the go. And then the grand prize is a roller bottle set that is specifically for the chakras. So there's
Oh, yes.
um,
With how to use them, right? Because like the root chakra, the application place for the oil for it is like at the lower
At-
back or
right.
at the bottom of the ankle or some shit like that. I don't remember exactly where. We made them for our well, not the set that you're getting, but we made a set for ourselves.
Right.
And yeah, because you don't put, like, you don't place the oil, like the root, you don't
Is
put
at
it
the
anywhere.
base of your spine where you're...
Right, but you don't put it
No.
where on an image, like a picture of the different chakras, it
Right.
shows where they're at.
No.
The heart chakra is not at the heart where you place the oil. It
No.
was someplace else.
Well, no, it would be somewhere else.
But you know what okay, anyway.
Yeah.
So there'll be instructions for
Where to place the oils, how to use them,
right,
when to use them.
and what that specific roller, if it's the heart or third eye or whatever, or throat chakra, because there's different
Right.
things
There's 7
that
different ones.
it could apply to.
Right.
It's going to be one that is for the highest, I would imagine, be the not highest plane, but I don't know. Where are we going to create those? Because there's one if you want to do this, there's one if you want to do that, and there's one, and I don't remember what the 3 different options were. One was for like money, one was for peace. You not recall that?
I don't recall that.
Okay.
But each of the chakras, so the point of the chakra roller bottles is to basically have them be balanced and open.
Yes, but each recipe that there were, not for money, that was a misnomer. That was a misstatement. But if you wanted to reach a higher level of consciousness, or get in touch with your inner child, there were like things like that. They were spiritually based, but they were 3 different.
And that is something that I will go over with whoever wins that particular one.
Oh, so it's going to be a personalized
Yes.
mix.
Yes.
Oh.
But-
Okay, see, I did.
Yeah, that's something that I'm going to go over with them, like whoever actually wins that particular...
Like we did when we met, when
we made ours, yes.
You asked, okay, do you want this oil, or this oil? Or do you want this, and this?
Right.
Or this,
'Cause
and this? And that's what this one does. That's
Yes.
what this one does.
Because
Oh,
for
okay.
each
I thought it was
specific-
going to be a generic
No.
kind of.
Well, because for one thing, I need to make
Uplifting
sure
kinda
that there's like no allergies
no
need to be
allergies
taken into
associated.
consideration.
I mean, they are essential oils. They are derived from plants.
Yes.
And
If you're allergic to the plant, you're going to be allergic to the essential oil.
right.
So that needs to be taken into consideration. But also, I think it's beneficial to the person using it if
They're part of it.
yes,
the
if
creation.
yes. So
Cool.
if I give them, hey, you can have either this, or this for this particular one, and they choose which one they want, then that's going to benefit them a little bit more than if I just choose one for them.
Well, a lot more. Likely.
You know.
A lot more.
So yeah, that was something that I was just planning on going over with
Oh,
them
okay.
once
All
they...
right. I will shut up. But it's an awesome brand price.
It is. It really is.
And when are we doing that drawing?
That drawing is going to be on May 15th. So
So after the event that we were doing this coming Saturday?
Yes, because the...
Or the next Saturday?
Next Saturday. The entries for the sweepstakes are open until 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on Monday, May 13th. And then basically we go over it, see how many entries we have.
So we're obviously going to be pushing this at the event on the 11th. It's a Instagram contest.
Yes.
Though, right?
But that's for the podcast, not the business.
Oh. That's why you got this.
That's why I handle everything.
Okay.
But yeah, so I mean, really, all you need to do in order to enter is find the post where it lists the rules, like that post,
Comment something.
and then you comment.
Just not.
Make sure that you're actually following the Getting Witchy Instagram page, and then comment on that post
Something appropriate.
What your favorite, either your favorite Getting Witchy episode or your favorite moment in one of our episodes. So, like, if there's something...
So probably not me sticking my tongue out at the very end, or that one where I don't know why, but I flipped. Was that at the beginning or the end?
That was at the end. Yeah. But, like, if there was a specific comment that was made, or a specific topic we were discussing.
Or something that resonated with you.
Something that resonated with you that was your favorite out of the entire time we've been podcasting. Either that or whatever episode was your favorite. That's basically how you enter. And then we take all of the entries.
And actually write them on a piece of paper.
Yep. And then we'll draw it on the 15th, and we'll attempt to notify the winner on the 15th. And then we basically have like 5 days. If they don't respond to us within 5 days, then we pick a new winner.
Okay.
So
there you go. Just want to say we love you. We appreciate you. And thanks for watching. And we will see you tomorrow night when we do the Beltane. I'm so sorry we missed Beltane.
We've had stuff going on.
Yeah.
I mean, we both work full time.
Trying to do this.
We're trying to do this. We're trying to get a business up and going.
Moving soon. Dealing with a teenager.
Yes, who doesn't clean his room. I have an internship and a part-time housekeeping job. So, yeah, we're busy.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way sometimes.
It does indeed. But we wanted to touch base and at least put something out, so you don't think we disappeared or fell off the face of the earth.
No.
But one love. Have a great night, y'all.
Peace out, witches.
Peace.